Hi Taurus, welcome into a brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I of course want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading, but as we proceed, do keep in mind as always, it's meant to pertain to the following 2-day period or around there, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. But we're going to begin and pull an overall energy for the next 2 days to represent it, if you will, from the good tarot. And then we're going to shift on forward and move towards the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, which is new to my collection, for Taurus. Coming out, the Nine of Earth. Beautiful. A true independence being highlighted, a grounded way about you naturally as an earth sign, taking place in the next 48. I feel like people are honoring your name, people are noticing you, people are appreciating you, and people are recognizing that you're growing and changing. I do feel like there's something to learn more about, to learn in the next 48, more about what you're going through or how you're growing, how you're changing. And this potentially will highlight more so why you desire something, or maybe will help you even come to terms or come up with something that you need and or desire moving forward. All right, it feels like a change of some sort. But I just feel like there's a lot of success on your mind. It's like, I want more. I need this kind of hungry mindset. I don't want to say a needy mindset, but a hungry mindset. And so Spirit's saying allow for this to motivate you, but not control your outlook all the meanwhile. Because we need you to be in a level of a state of gratitude and manifesting all the meanwhile. Because it feels like either way you're going to be manifesting what you focus on and what you expect wholeheartedly, with not a single ounce of doubt. To begin, or to continue rather, from the Wild Unknown for Taurus. Saying what you say and saying it well is what I'm hearing. Very interesting. There's a focus on you heating up at certain points or maybe getting very cold. Could be one or the other, if not both. Very interesting. I'm getting from the Sea Serpent card. I'm reading these intuitively and as I'm spiritually guided to. I don't know them verbatim from the book, just so you know. But I'm getting from this, your third eye is so open at this time. That's taking a true highlight. People understand that you know more than meets the eye. Keywording. Strategic all the meanwhile. But I just feel like you are, at times speaking about what your third eye is seeing and knowing, what you feel within, what you're intuitively and spiritually being pushed to say. But then at other points you might be pushed, pulled back by spirit, pulled back by your intuition, at times needing to keep the mystery alive. Or it's this vibe where, say, like through a tarot reading or something of the sort, you could be helping other people through your job or your business, or just giving advice. Just because you intuitively or through your third eye, through your spiritual guidance, see something or understand something, know something, it doesn't mean it's going to necessarily help that person or those people, that demographic community at that time, right? It reminds me of, at times I get certain messages from spirit, I feel certain things, but would it add to the reading in a positive sense? Would it more bring the viewer down? Or would it, even when I'm doing a personal reading, or is this going to actually be constructive, right? And uplifting all the meanwhile. It's that kind of vibe, regardless of how it comes through and looks for you. I do feel like you are thinking about how to protect something. It could be somebody, but I feel like for a lot it's a body of work. It's for some a dream, a goal. It could be more than one thing for you. But I feel like there's a huge, huge focus once again on, okay, you continuing to swim forward towards more for yourself, not to give up on your dreams and your goals, and to accept that something will come in when it's meant to. But to, again, a huge focus on your third eye being so open. And Spirit also is saying, if it once opened and closed or partially closed, rewinding back, we're not allowing it to close moving forward. We need you to be seeing things quite clearly, for the sake of others, but more importantly, for the sake of you, okay? To protect you, and to move forth towards what's meant for you. There's a feeling that with the Gazelle card at the bottom of the deck, you want to charge towards more. It's like, given that we have this imagery where the gazelle is very still, right? Laying down or sitting down. It's like, okay, your connection to the sun is taking a highlight. So you might want to watch the Leo 48 reading I did yesterday. It's like, you can charge towards something when the time is right. You might not have the means to do so. It might not be the right time. There might be a contract or certain restrictions commitment, if not multiple, holding you back. But it's this feeling that when the time comes, you know you will be able to, and you will choose to run towards whatever is right for you. And so when you feel bored in the next 48 at certain points, or you feel a lack of complacency, or just a lack of this content feeling, right? Not feeling content with what you have at hand, or what you don't have yet. Just remember that when the time is right, you'll charge forth like a gazelle, okay? They're saying lighter than air, but there might be certain heavy aspects of what you're running towards and will acquire when the time is right. So just keep that in mind, okay? Again, apply it to your situation. But look at that, the Phoenix card. What a powerful card to come out. Talking about how you are one powerful individual from all you've been through, all you've had to overcome. The ability to see whether it's within, probably was outside of your control, certain endings, and then you have to start again, right? For some, completely. Say, I'm getting, for example, a flooding situation or a fire in your house, and you have to start all over again, even with the assistance of others, but a phoenix rising from the ashes. Say you moved to a new place of residence, or you began a new career switch up, and that completely fell flat for one reason or another, and that may have left you with other levels of financial loss, material loss, you name it. Even I want to say when it comes to friendship loss, dating, you know what I mean? When you might feel like you have gone through chapters of your life where you've just lost a ton of people, whether they came back around or not. It's this ability within you that you're being reminded of to begin again, that courage, that fire within, that strategic way about you, and that doesn't come about often is what I'm hearing. That's not everybody can do that so well. And so Spirit's saying, commend yourself. Remember that when you're dealing with certain small obstacles, when you're being prepared for a big switch up on the horizon, I want to say, remember how this ties into and it has built up your true Taurus independence over time. Let's pull one or two more, and then we'll move on to some tea leaf. The dragonfly card. Look up the spiritual meaning of this. You might actually be seeing them physically. Okay, I'm hearing flying in front of your face. Happens to me all the time here in Florida. But I do feel like there's a feeling of you once again going back to that gazelle card, wanting to fly towards more in a very light and airy kind of way, or just charge towards it in that sense. What's right for you won't feel wrong to you within, and feeling that you're being reminded once again, you're very, if we didn't mention it already, you're very intuitive. Okay, that is strengthened at this point along your path. When you go through all of these, if not that one big rising from the ashes kind of situation, and your third eye is this open, and you have that protective, courageous nature about you, that independence once again, naturally you're going to be very intuitive, right? That strengthens over time. And I feel like pairing that with selectively trusting your spiritual guidance that comes through in certain different ways, you know, we don't have to label how that comes through for you individually because it varies, but you can do no wrong, right? Where you end up will be purposeful, bear with me. Even if you feel a bit nervous along the way or when you make that change, taking the steps in the right direction for you when you intuitively and it's just divinely guided and destinally feels right, you won't regret it, okay? You won't regret it. And Spirit's saying, if that situation that came to an end kind of reminds you of what you want to move towards, or what you want to move towards, leap towards, run towards once again, reminds you of that past situation that fell flat, don't compare, right? It prepared you in so many ways for what you're going to move towards in a very strategic, successful manner moving forward at the right time for you. But it's not the same. Absolutely not, all right? There's a reason why you go through those ups and downs, but we don't compare. We take those lessons, the knowledge, the wisdom, and we move on forth, okay? We don't hold ourselves back all the meanwhile. But before we move on to the tea leaf, we have the Lion card at the bottom of the deck. Again, I would watch the Leo reading, and if you haven't watched your money and career read, watch that. I did that for mid-May. But yeah, again, this speaking upon your bold nature, but feeling grounded and chill. It's like, just because as a Taurus, and I have Taurus in my chart, just because we can be chill, just because we're laid back at times and don't overly or at all stress about things or wrap ourselves up with gossip and certain levels of excitement that other signs might, doesn't mean we aren't bold and courageous and like to take risks at times, right? A bit spontaneous within, even if we don't act upon it. And at times you might be viewed as spontaneous and random, but there's more strategy behind it, behind closed doors than meets the eye. Does that make sense? And I feel as if all the meanwhile, your courage when looking out onto the horizon at certain points in the next 48, when thinking about your future, thinking about what you desire, how to acquire more, what to leave behind even. You might already have this planned out for clearly for yourself. I know I do, at least so I think. That might change moving forward. Spirit's saying, I just feel like this courage, I got lost in that. I'm hearing translation that rant. Your courage, your boldness when thinking about the future, about what to leave behind once again. And you might gain clarity in regard to that in the next 48. All right. I'm hearing just almost like the layers of your skin, almost like an onion from all you've been through is taking a highlight. Let's continue and wrap this up by pulling from the tea leaf deck. Bear with me, just feeling out the energy, as you should as well. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, stepping into a new experience. This might be I want to say you might need a new door to open, say a smaller opportunity to get you towards a new one. It might just be in regards to what we've been speaking upon for the future, regardless of how far away that is for you. And climbing towards success, absolutely beautiful. It's a time where you need to be acknowledging and remembering that you are climbing towards more success for yourself, and trusting your intuition along the way is leaving that feeling easier and easier and more natural and organic along the way. And Spirit's saying again with the Tiger card, doing something risky is coming to mind. And all the meanwhile, you want to take a chance. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the next 2 days for yourself, and I'll see you next time.